Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
We begin tonight with a new strain of coronavirus now spreading in the U.S. This was first detected in the U.K., and the first U.S. case was found in Colorado, where officials have now identified an additional case as well. And now a case has also been identified in California. Reed Binion reports.
Well, Governor, first of all, I'm not surprised that you have a case and likely more cases.
Dr. Anthony Fauci and California Governor Gavin Newsom discussing the arrival of the new coronavirus variant in yet another U.S. state.
This new variant, this new strain that we've identified, obviously from the United Kingdom, some other parts of the globe, identified in Colorado yesterday, has been identified here.
The new strain identified Wednesday in a 30-year-old San Diego man. Health officials said he is not hospitalized and had very few social interactions during the potential contagious period.
I don't think that the Californians should feel that this is something odd. This is something that's expected. And we likely will be seeing reports from other states.
Health experts say the UK strain may be more contagious, but it doesn't appear to be more deadly. Also, health experts say current vaccines will likely protect against the new variant. The first known case of the new strain in the U.S. was discovered in Colorado Tuesday. News broke on Wednesday that Colorado health officials identified what they believe to be a second case in that state. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
Cayuga health officials announcing the opening of 2 more COVID-19 testing sites in the new year. One site will be located in Ithaca near the back entrance of the Cayuga Medical Center. The other in Cortlandville in Gutches Park. Both locations will open on January 4th and operate Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Swab and saliva testing are both available, but officials want to remind the public that they cannot eat, drink, or consume tobacco products 30 minutes before taking the saliva test. The government reports another 787,000 Americans filed first-time claims for jobless benefits on a seasonally adjusted basis during the Christmas week. Now that's a decline from the week before and slightly better than economists predicted. But claims were still 3.5 times higher than the same time last year. Overall, unemployment claims remain well above historic norms. In addition to regular jobless claims, more than 308,000 workers filed for aid under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program last week. The program offers benefits to people who aren't eligible for regular state aid, such as the self-employed and gig workers. Have you noticed higher prices at the pump? Well, normally this time of year, gas prices fall to their low point. But not this year. Gas prices in the U.S. are now close to their highest point since the pandemic began in March. According to AAA, the average price of a gallon of regular gas stood at $2.25 on Thursday. Now that's up 13 cents from a month ago. Typically, December and January have among the lowest gasoline consumption of the year, as shorter days and bad weather discourage people from driving, and that suppresses gasoline prices. But recent approvals of COVID vaccines have raised hopes for a return to more normal travel and economic activity, driving up oil and gasoline futures. If you're feeling cooped up after months and months of the pandemic, you're not alone. And many are looking forward to traveling again. But you may be required to bring proof of vaccination when you get away. Mandy Gaither has more in today's Consumer Watch.
As coronavirus vaccines continue to roll out worldwide, you may be itching to get out or travel. With that in mind, smartphone apps like Common Pass are being created, which allows users to upload a COVID-19 test result or eventually proof of vaccination. It generates a QR code that can be scanned to get into stadiums, movie theaters, even other countries without revealing sensitive information. When traveling, the user can also check the app to see COVID-19 rules based on their itinerary. IBM has also developed an app called Digital Health Pass, which allows companies and venues to customize what they'd need for entry, including COVID-19 tests, temperature checks, and vaccination records. Those would be stored on a mobile wallet. For those without a smartphone, a few companies are also working on a smart card that strikes a middle ground between traditional paper vaccine certificates and an online version that's easier to store and reproduce. For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Mandy Gaither.
2020 has meant a lot of changes for sports fans. Our Zach Seminar is here now with some insight on what 2021 has in store for organized sports of all kinds.
As the 2020 sports calendar winds down, it already has us thinking ahead to what sports might look like in years to come. In the immediate future, sports will in all likelihood look a lot like they do right now. Limited capacity to no fans at all will likely rule the roost early on, while some teams, amateur or pro, won't play at all. Events will be moved a la tomorrow's Rose Bowl game, while the show will go on for some of the sports world's most notable events. The Super Bowl will in large part look the same, with far fewer in attendance, while the Daytona 500 sellout streak will come to an end with the announcement of limited ticket sales for the February event. The COVID vaccine can't get here soon enough because that may be the key to unlocking the sense of normalcy we've all been craving for the last 10 months. The competitiveness of sports leagues could be altered. Just take a look at the start of Major League Baseball's offseason. And let's not forget about those fighting to get to the big leagues. There's uncertainty for minor league baseball, while some NBA teams have scrapped plans for their affiliated G League teams to play in 2021. And how about you or your kids' rec leagues? Could they vanish or thrive? We don't have all the answers as COVID continues to linger, leaving many questions to be answered of what sports in 2021 could look like.
It's perhaps the most anticipated day of this year. Time to say goodbye to 2020. Daryl Forges is in New York's iconic Times Square.
The new year is almost here!
The glittering crystal ball is up and ready to be dropped.
We get to say goodbye to 2020. I cannot think of a more joyous, exceptional, wonderful celebration than that.
Typically, hundreds of thousands of people pack into Midtown Manhattan to ring in the new year. But this year is anything but typical.
Don't come. Do not come to the area. If you think you're going to be able to stand there and watch the ball, you're mistaken.
Instead, the city is making room to honor this year's heroes.
It's going to definitely be magical. Those invited guests are our healthcare heroes, our essential workers who did amazing things in the year 2020 to see this city through. So that's going to be part of the magic.
It's been exactly a year since mysterious cases of sickness were first reported to the World Health Organization. Over the following 365 days, COVID-19 touched all corners of the earth and changed our way of life. Now, the world is ready for better days. From Australia to Hong Kong and beyond, fireworks lit up the sky to bid farewell to 2020. It will be a similar sight in Times Square.
One thing unifies all of us as Americans. We want to get the hell rid of 2020.
As the city brings the fun to usher in 2021.
I guarantee you I will push that button on time and make sure we get the new year immediately.
From the shocking death of an NBA legend to the passing of a legendary Supreme Court justice. A look back now at those we lost in 2020.
There's a greater purpose that can be served by our sport.
Let's hear it again for the MVP of the finals, Kobe Bryant.
Hi, this is Curly Neal, the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters.
I feel like my contribution has been the things that I've accomplished as a coach, and now the recognition and the reward is the Hall of Fame.
Not many people get to see the end of the rainbow. And I think I have. I think I've had the beauty of this career.
We all need somebody to lean on.
Just give me one thing that I can hold on to.
Because he knew that he'd been beat. And he laid that golden fiddle on the ground at Johnny's feet.
Kiss an angel good morning, and love her like the devil when you get back home. Come on, y'all, might as well jump.
There's something women like about a pickup man
that one does not expect to be in the history books.
Good evening, I'm Jim Lara. On the NewsHour this Monday,
we all know what reading is and how necessary it is, and it's the cornerstone of education.
Silence, the most underestimated quality of our life.
Hi, I'm Hugh Downs, sitting in for Larry King. Thank you for joining us.
and I suddenly found myself being recognized on the street with lines like, "Mr. Costanza, serenity now, you're a very sick man."
Such heart, the story has such a great heart, and it's funny, and it's just another Pixar gem.
I've known this guy for almost all of his life.
They said they've been watching her since she was 5. Not that it matters, she says she's not going.
A Black Panther movie would have been important at any point in time. It's not just about this time.
Bond. James Bond.
This week, I was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
What's happening in this country that has people full of fear, fright, and anger?
The right to vote is precious. It's almost sacred.
I am what I am, and I hope that they will be pleased.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Hi everyone, welcome back. This weather forecast is brought to you by William Mattar. Get ready for some very cold air tonight. Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Monica McNeil. Very cold air will continue to drain in tonight, and clouds on the increase, all ahead of a major winter storm. We'll see westerly winds at about 10 to 15 miles per hour, so that's going to make it feel even colder as our low temperatures will be dipping down into the teens for us tonight. Your New Year's Day looks like this. We'll start the day with clouds in place, but as we move through the day, a major winter storm moving up from the south is going to spread freezing rain, sleet, and snow across the area. You can see in the purple that is all freezing rain and sleet, and all of that activity will continue to spread up toward the north. Once the frozen precipitation moves out of here, on the backside of that, our temperatures will warm up and it'll just turn into all rain. But that's not going to happen until overnight into early Saturday morning. And for that reason, that's why we have a winter weather advisory for Steuben and Chemung County right on through Saturday. So again, this winter weather advisory, we're looking for a wintry mix of sleet, snow, and freezing rain in our forecast. And with that, that's going to create problems in terms of slippery travel, and we could even anticipate some local power outages. So we'll be monitoring all of this activity very carefully. All of the areas that you see in the bright pink are at risk for seeing this wintry mix. Your forecast for Friday, right around 37 is going to be the high, again with that rain, sleet, and snow mix that we expect to start the second half of the day. So later in the day is when you'll see it. Now, here's another round of wintry weather that's moving in for Sunday. Another storm system riding along the jet stream, low pressure system will develop, and that will happen on Sunday. All right, let's take a look at what you can expect over the next couple of days. So Friday, we're looking at a rain, sleet, and snow mix right around 37 degrees for your high. Cloudy and mild for Saturday. We'll get a bit of a break. Temperatures do warm up, 44 degrees. But as we head towards Sunday, the next storm system comes in, another wintry storm for Sunday with a high of about 36 degrees. Again, rain, snow mix for Sunday. We'll finally get a break on Monday with just clouds around, highs in the upper 30s.
According to the American Pet Products Association, nearly 85 million American families own a pet in the United States. And those furry friends can be good for your health. Mandy Gaither has more in today's Health Minute.
Whether you prefer cats, dogs, or some other furry friend, pets aren't just animals. They can be family and can be good for our health.
They get us out moving. We can go out and walk with our pets, run if we're runners, take them hiking, and even cats can enjoy walking on a harness or even going out in a stroller.
Timma Martin with Utah's Best Friends Animal Society says if your resolution is to be healthier, let your pet be your partner in exercise and stress relief.
Just get comfortable, relax, breathe deeply, be present in the moment, and pet your dog or cat and feel that release of the pressure of our lives these days.
Believe it or not, pets can also help you eat better. Try eating something you can share in moderation.
Blueberries, carrots, apple slices. So when you have those healthy snacks around, you can eat them and your pet can enjoy them as well.
Need to get out of the house? Let your pet motivate you to venture out.
Beaches, state parks, local landmarks are a great place to just go sightseeing and feel like you're getting away for a minute.
If the pandemic has made you feel isolated, your pet can help you be social.
They're natural icebreakers and a great way to meet like-minded people. You can play frisbee, play fetch, just get out there and, stay safely socially distanced and enjoy some outside time and, talk to some other people as well.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And now for the latest headlines from the world of entertainment, here's Douglas Hyde with the Hollywood Minute.
It's Gilligan, Skipper, and the professor. They've gone island happy.
Gilligan's Island star Don Wells has died of complications from COVID-19. The Reno, Nevada native played Mary Ann in the classic sitcom and appeared in other 60s shows like Bonanza and Maverick. She was 82.
Keep the faith and we'll win. We'll get it done.
Jeopardy fans will be kicking off the new year with an old friend, Alex Trebek. The final week of episodes featuring the late host begin airing January 4th. The upcoming episodes were taped in late October, just before Trebek's death from pancreatic cancer. No permanent replacement has been announced yet. In the meantime, a series of guest hosts will take over, beginning with popular contestant Ken Jennings on January 11th. And it turns out all people want this season are Christmas tunes. A record 39 holiday songs dominated this week's Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. And leading the way at number 1 is Mariah Carey's 1994 classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
A waste worker is going viral with an important holiday message and a zany alter ego. Jeremy Roth has more in today's Take a Look at This.
This is Filthy Film, and Filthy Film is freaking furious. Why? Because people just won't stop putting holiday lights in their recycling. Film, whose real name is Phil Schreiber, an employee of Outagamie County Recycling and Solid Waste in Wisconsin, says with Christmas decor getting the post-holiday pitch, improperly disposed of lights can cause major problems for waste operations.
They tend to get tangled up in the machines, make it difficult to pull them out. It can cause machine downtime, mechanical downtime.
It's no joke. Take a look at the amount of lights pulled from the gears in just a matter of days.
It's unreal the amount of material that gets tangled in.
Phil has taken his rancor with this recycling wrongdoing viral by posting TikTok vids under his alter ego showing folks the proper way to dispose of their lights. And it's working. The vids have received more than 2.2 million views from folks tuning in to Filthy Film's recycling do's and don'ts. Speaking of public service messages, this one's just in time for the new year. Take a look at what's being called the worst red light runners of 2020. It was a compilation released by Vera Mobility, the makers of stoplight cameras that captured the incidents. Along with catching the collision videos, the company's cameras are also used to record license plates and help identify violators. The video is even more eye-opening when you consider the fact that the crashes were captured in a year when even less drivers were on the road due to the pandemic. The scenes were a mess, but the message is clear. Drivers should always pay attention, obey the laws, and stop on red. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Before robots can take over the world, clearly they have to take over the dance floor. Video of robots dancing to a popular tune has gone viral on social media. Jeannie Mose has more.
Dancing robots with enough rhythm to make someone tweet, "Great, now even robots have better moves than me." That Spot, the Boston Dynamics RoboDog you can buy for $74,500. Look at that footwork. Noted one Twitter user, that dog robot has come a long way. The dance video released by Boston Dynamics to celebrate a happier new year inspired humans to imitate the robots. It's cool and creepy at the same time. We're doomed. Even Elon Musk was impressed. This is not CGI. Instead of its usual work lifting boxes, Handler the robot worked the dance floor. After years of being shoved by researchers, being dragged by the tail to test its doggedness, even kicked. The robots got their kicks for a change. Do robots do the human as well as humans do the robot? One Twitter critic praised the dancing robots as better than One Direction.
Let's go crazy, crazy.
The internet went crazy over the robots. Doing mashups with the Terminator and remixes. Far less horrifying when they're dancing to Chuck Mangione. One fan changed the track to point out that these two are doing some dirty dancing.
Love is rain.
Okay, so Spot isn't able to wrap himself around Handler's waist, but they're still pretty hot for robots.
We want to leave you with a smile tonight. Several apps are getting ready for one of their biggest days of the year, Dating Sunday. Over the past decade, dating sites say they've seen an uptick in people looking for love on the first Sunday of each new year. The theory is single people were lonely over the holidays and don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day. Experts say Sundays are typically busier days for dating platforms in general because of work schedules and hanging with friends on Saturdays. Thanks so much for joining us. Stay safe, and we'll see you back here in the new year.